everyone, what's up? Welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to share with you how I made this compost. It's a very easy DIY job and it took me just like a couple of hours to do this. Anyone can do this in their backyard. It's very cheap. The materials you use are very readily available in your local lumber store or Home Depot or Lowe's. So let's get started. So before you start on the project, make sure you select a suitable location of where to put these compost bins. I would recommend choosing a location that's away from your doors or windows, so you don't get any unpleasant odors, just in case. So these do get filled up pretty fast, so I would suggest choosing a big enough size, or keep on extending these in case you fill up one and you make another bin, so you don't have a situation where you produce waste and you don't have any place to put it in. So make sure you select a suitable location accordingly. The size of this bin is 3 feet by 3 feet, and I would say that's the minimum recommended size so that you get the composting process going on. So if you select a lower size, then your composting might not work that well. And also there is an advantage to using this size because the material that I use, it's very easy if you choose this size to make this bin. So the process is pretty simple. As you can see, I have like 4 stakes in the ground that kind of support this whole structure for each bin. These stakes you can get from your local store like a Home Depot or Lowe's, and they're very cheap. They're like 70-80 cents a piece. So you get 4 of these, and then you just hammer them into the ground, and they have like a little pointed arrow in one end, which you can use to just drive them down, and it's like pretty stable. It stays in the ground. And then once you have these 4 into the ground, these 4 stakes in the ground, you just start putting the basic structure in. So what I used is cedar fence pickets, and you can get these from your local lumber store or Home Depot or Lowe's. And the size they come in, there are many different sizes. The one I'm using is 6 feet in length and 5.5 inches in width. And I asked them to cut them into 2, so you don't have to like cut them and use a saw at home. So that's all there is to it. You get like these fence pickets, you cut them in half, and then you just screw them onto these stakes. So I can show you how I screwed them. I just use one screw, and you can use more than one. I found one is good enough. You put one in there and one on the other side, and then you just stack one on top of the other, and you get your one side ready. And make sure you leave some space between these. I mean, this space is important for aerobic activity, so make sure there's enough air into the compost pile. So I leave about like a finger's width or a little bit more space so that it can get some air in. And I have like about 4 of these pickets on top of each other, and it gives me good enough height, but you can go more high if you want to. And then just you repeat the same process for all the other sides, and then you get the complete bin. One thing I did was like I left one side open and just made a removable side so that I can just take this out and turn the composting bin when I want to. So I just use 2 additional stakes to make this removable side, and that is pretty much it. And then I have repeated the same process on the other side, and then you have your 2 bins. So it's very easy, it's very cheap, and I think anybody can do it, and it's a really good practice to compost in your home, so you create your own soil for free, and it's good for the environment too. So on how you can set up a successful compost, one simple rule to keep in mind is have 1/3 green matter and 2/3 brown matter. So for green matter, you can use things like grass clippings or plant clippings or green leaves. And for, oh, there's a hummingbird. She likes to come here and visit the compost pile. Okay, so for green matter, you can use things like grass clippings or green leaves or plant clippings. For brown matter, you can use wood shavings, and you can also use brown leaves, and even cardboard. You can cut the brown cardboard into small pieces and put them in there. You can use things like wood scrapes from your kitchen, so any peelings, eggshells, or anything that can decompose from your kitchen, but make sure you cut them into small pieces. That will help them decompose faster and turn your soil much quicker. Make sure you don't put any chemicals in here, because you might be growing vegetables or other produce on the soil, and don't put any wood that has been chemically treated or pressure treated wood. So that's the reason I'm using cedar wood for constructing this compost bin. Also, the brown cardboard that you're using, make sure it's not printed or very minimally printed. Don't use anything that's shiny or glossy, because it might leach chemicals into your soil. And to have a successful compost, you also need to water it regularly, so make sure it's moist. So I usually water it once a week. Other thing you can do to make the process quicker is to aerate it. So the way you do it, you just turn it once a week. So I take like a shovel and just kind of mix everything in once a week. So that really helps to get the compost going fast. So usually it takes about few months to get good soil composted from this. So that's it. It's pretty simple to do. I think anyone can do this project. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please press the like button, and if you have any questions or comments, do leave them below this video. And thanks for watching, and bye bye until next time.